So there are three popular methods of drawing the outline of a face before shading. One is the freehand, second is the tracing, and third is the grid method. In this video, I will show you how to draw using the grid method. It involves dividing your reference photo into a grid and replicating that grid on your drawing surface. By focusing on one square at a time, you will create an outline that maintains perfect proportions. Now, the first step is to choose your reference photo. You can find one on Instagram, Pinterest, or even choose a photo on your device. Step 2. Overlay a grid on your reference photo. You can use the Grid Maker app on your App Store or Play Store. Now that you have downloaded, let's grid our photo. Open up the app and click on this Select a Picture. Select your reference photo. And voila, our grid is ready. Make sure the grid lines have a 1:1 ratio, meaning they are in square pattern instead of rectangle. Moving on to the next step, transfer the grid to your drawing paper. But firstly, check your reference photo. How many rows and columns can you see? We have 9x10 here, so I will draw an identical grid with 9x10 rows and columns on the paper. Use a ruler and a thin pencil to mark off dots at regular intervals along each side. I'll be using a 2 cm intervals for each dot I mark. And after marking the dots, connect the dots together and your grid lines will be ready. I'm done drawing the grid line. Now the next step, which is step 4, is square by square drawing. Zoom in a bit to match the size of your drawing grid. Focus on one square at a time. Carefully observe what appears in that square of the reference photo and replicate it on your drawing surface. Repeat the process until the entire image is transferred. You can enjoy the time lapse and see how I complete the transfers. And at the end, I will share 3 quick tips and tricks that would save you from some beginner's mistakes. Watch to the end. Awesome and congrats, you can now draw an outline using the grid method. For the tips and tricks: 1. Light grid lines. Draw the grid lines lightly so they are easy to erase later. 2. Proportional sizing. Ensure your grid square size is proportionate to the reference photo. So zoom the picture till the grids on your reference picture looks equal with the one on your canvas. Now tip 3 and the final tip: practice. The more you use the grid method, the better you will become at maintaining accuracy. Remember, the grid method is a valuable tool for artists, and it's especially helpful when drawing complex subjects or achieving the likeness outline of someone. If you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed creating it, do well to give us a like because it will go a long way, and subscribe if you haven't, because knowing how to draw the outline is far away from it. You still need to know how to do the shading. That's why this video right here, it's next for you. Watch that and I will see you in the next one.